There is such a group of wolves in the world. Wolves and snakes eat in the restaurant. All the customers are standing next to each other. The waiters dare not accept the money. They can only rely on them to be conscious. Then they walked into the bank, easily grabbed the money, fled through the window, jumped into the car, and let the police car chase behind them. The wolf is the leader of the gang, planning all criminal activities. Snake is a famous lockpicking expert, mainly responsible for deciphering the code when crossing the road. A spider suddenly appeared and turned all the red lights green. He is a famous hacker who can hack all electronic systems. Immediately after they fled to a construction site, the crane fell instantly, and the worker who stopped most of the police cars was the camouflage master shark. He is good at cosplay, most famously pretending to be the Mona Lisa and successfully stealing the painting from the team responsible for the finishing touches. It is Mr. Piranha. He has only one characteristic, Yong. No matter how many heads up he can win. But he has a small problem. When he lies, he will be raped. He will give others a chemical attack in the factory. Their appearance will make the entire police station on level 1 alert. There are wonderful chases and crimes on the city continent, and the gangsters enjoy the process of being chased even more. Mr. Lang, the police car collided after a turn. The chief jumped with anger, while the police rushed down the cliff and returned to the base camp without any risk. This is an abandoned warehouse full of loot. Today is Mr. Shi's birthday, and the friends are ready to celebrate, but KZ doesn't like it and is reluctant to take a photo and fight with a shark because of a bottle of soda. Then the wolf turned on the TV and saw that the city had elected a new governor, the fox. Publicly provoking them in the news, they were very dissatisfied, and decided to act like a fox to declare war and steal the golden dolphin, the trophy belonging to a good man, under his nose. So they came up with a plan. First of all, they disguised themselves as the wolf at the party. They talked to the fox as a guest, stole his ring, and took a group photo with him. After entering the hall, everyone split up. Snakes enter the vents, spiders enter the center control room. The shark pretended to be a lady and stared at the scene, while the piranha, dressed as a waiter, accidentally bumped into the director and got a pass through the first door. However, when he was going down the stairs, an old lady almost fell, and the wolf helped the old lady according to the situation, and kept praising the wolf, which made him feel the joy he had never had before. After meeting with the piranha, the action begins. Only sea sharks. The security was attracted to the piranha, who took the opportunity to push the dining cart to the second door, kicked his hand, took out a photo of him and the fox for the wolf, and the spider magnified the retina to successfully open the door. As soon as the shark heard it, it immediately returned to its original shape. At this time, the fox came to the stage to give a speech, saying that the golden dolphin would be awarded to the guinea pig. Last year, the city was hit by a meteorite, which diffused the crisis. After the stage, the wolf and the piranha revealed their original forms, and they started with the tongue-like trophy. Unexpectedly, the ring in the wolf's arms fell, and the alarm was suddenly triggered. The spider tried to control the system but failed. The stage curtain was about to be raised, and the wolf and snake were about to be discovered. At this time, the director appeared at the door, and the spider could only ask the shark for help. At the same time, Octopus and the piranha tapped the keyboard because he was too nervous, so he let out a stinky fart, and the spider choked to tears. Fortunately, the shark arrived in time to transfer, and the director paid attention to giving the spider time to operate. When the curtain was raised, everyone saw that the empty stage trophy had been taken away by the gangsters and retreated from the crowd. At this time, the guinea pig came to the stage and said that he didn't care about honor, but liked being a good person and felt loved by others. These words stimulated Lang. Remembering the scene of helping people just now, the ghost bar shook uncontrollably, revealing their whereabouts at once. They were instantly surrounded. The wolf took out the hook, and the result. So, they got caught. He went to the front porch of the police car and looked at the fox who was chatting on the side. He said that he had recognized his mistake and was willing to correct his mistakes. Charity Gala proves they can get better. All the comrades thought the wolf was crazy, but the wolf smiled evilly, which was his plan to slow down. He is going to take everyone to pretend to be good people and steal the golden dolphin from the charity party again. 5 world-class wanted criminals will be transformed into good people by a guinea pig. The first lesson is to learn to share. The guinea pig gave the snake a bottle of soda and hoped that he would share it with the shark. The snake ate into the stomach. Yake was helpful, and Yulang pretended to be an old grandma piranha to help him cross the road, but a wolf was knocked away without paying attention. The third lesson is to save the kitten. The guinea pig collapsed, the worst class of students he ever had. They are helpless, their strengths are stealing and robbing guinea pigs. As soon as they heard the idea, they came to a test base where 200,000 poor guinea pigs were imprisoned by scientists. All they have to do is save them. The shark first went to distract the scientist snake as a ladder to transport everyone into the building. Then take the lead through the vent to the guinea pig room. The wolf knocked on the door from outside but was horrified to find it. How many? Cupcakes? 55% off to eat all the guinea pigs, and everyone can only order him to spit the animals out. As a result, when reporters and onlookers outside opened the gate of the factory, a large number of rats jumped out, and a few were in the mouths of sharks and snakes. 5 people were reported as SHT again. The fox was very angry and said that he wanted to cancel the experiment. Wolf Claw, he fought hard, and finally quelled his anger. At night, the wolf sat alone under the tree, and decided to try and really get better. So he climbed the tree and treated the kitten gently. All this is seen by other mates and guinea pigs. The guinea pig encouraged him, but the snake was very uneasy. After all, as good friends, they were meant to be good for a lifetime. On the second day, the charity night came. The elders hid in the safe, and the password was in the director's briefcase. Only his fingerprints could open it, so the snake had to get the password first. In the end, Lang came to the stage to give a speech, pressed the light of the factory to turn off, completed the trophy replacement within 4 seconds, and ruthlessly ridiculed those good people when presenting the award. Unexpectedly, when the snake was at the venue, the director added its tail as soon as the snake opened the safe, and scolded it as a wine glass. Humming to the Piranha County stage in a desperate situation, to mobilize the atmosphere of the audience, the director let go, and the snake was saved. The atmosphere of the audience was completely mobilized by the gangsters, and the amount of donations skyrocketed. The wolf and the fox danced passionately, and the others took the opportunity to place the jammer on the designated spider. Everyone just waited for the breaks to start. It only took 1 second for the bad guy to get better. Lang didn't press the button, the party went on as usual, and the guinea pig won the trophy. When the gangsters were stunned, the light suddenly went out in the audience, and then everyone found that the meteorite in the middle of the stage was gone, and now everyone pointed at the 5 people on the stage. They had no choice but to run away. In the panic, the wolf wrote a note to the fox, saying that he wanted to return all the stolen money. In the end, the 5 people were caught in the police car and the guinea pig rushed out to say goodbye to the peoples, but when the door was closed, he showed his true colors. It turned out that the old lady supported by the wolf was the guinea pig in disguise. After that, all the encounters were designed traps. It is purely to steal the meteorite tonight and use the special energy inside to commit crimes all over the world. The wolf and his companions are nothing but his scapegoats. The alliance was then sent to prison. The snake was very angry and had a fierce quarrel with the wolf, and the two got into a scuffle. At this moment, a black shadow descended from the sky and defeated all the guards. It was the teacher, the fox, who turned out to be the queen of the world. The fox helps them escape from prison next. They must retrieve the meteorite from the guinea pig. But the snake and the others were not happy. They were saddened by the behavior of the wolf, and the wolf could only act alone with the fox. They found that guinea pigs used meteorites to control 200,000 of their previously imprisoned companions, with the goal of looting the $1 billion in cash raised at the charity gala. Soon, the cash truck was hijacked and turned around and headed for the guinea pig base camp. On the other side, Snake and his pals returned to the warehouse and found nothing inside. They soon realized that the wolves gave away all these things. The shark burst into tears. In order to comfort her, the snake finally let the soda out. Everyone realized that the snake had done a good deed, but the snake left angrily. The wolf and the fox sneaked into the guinea pig base camp, but just found the meteorite but fell into the guinea pig's trap. It turned out that the snake betrayed the whereabouts of 2 people, and they were about to be crushed by a meat grinder. At this moment, a poisonous gas rushed in, and the alliance came to the rescue. They decided to change their ways with the wolf and stop the guinea pigs, so they rushed out of the base with the meteorite. However, the cash trucks have not stopped. They can only divide into 2 groups, stick the controller on each vehicle, and control it by the spider hacking system. Finally, the guinea pig army was out of control. The cash trucks all returned to the right place. Lang wanted to drive the meteorite back to the director, but they suddenly thought that the snake had been lost in this operation. The wolf felt that he could not leave his good brother, so he turned around and went back to chase the guinea pig. The helicopter plan failed. The snake and the guinea pig were quarreling fiercely. To save my brother, the wolf gave the meteorite back to the guinea pig and charged himself into the air with the gas pedal. The wolf and the snake hug each other tightly, and the two reconcile. Then the wolf took out the hook and lock, and the alliance was saved. However, as soon as they climbed the cliff, they were blocked by the chief. This time, the wolf decided to surrender himself generously and pay the price for his previous crimes. Just when they boarded the police car, Kunshu suddenly made a high-sounding statement that he had protected the meteorite. But when the director approached, he found that the so-called meteorite was just a lamp. It turned out that this was the snake's plan. He pretended to take refuge in guinea pigs and quietly changed the location of the meteorite. The real meteorite blew up the guinea pig's base directly. In this way, the gangsters finally did a really good thing. The guinea pigs were brought to justice, and they decided to become really good people in the future. Alright, that's all for this issue of Alliance. I'm Xiaohe. See you next time.